Flashback from part 1. And so, under the silent sky, surrounded by the ruins of all she once knew, the last survivor of the great city fell asleep. The giants were gone. The beast had perished. The dragons had vanished into the night. But in the quiet heart of the forest, a single small flame remained, guarding the life of a child who would carry the memory of what happened that dreadful day, the day the earth itself seemed to rise against mankind. The night was deep, and the little girl's lamp flickered like a star among shadows. Around her, the forest whispered with strange noises, branches creaking, unseen creatures rustling in the dark. Every sound made her heart jump, but she held the lamp close, clinging to its fragile glow. Hours passed, and though her body longed for sleep, her eyes stayed wide. She remembered the ground splitting apart, the giants rising, the fire falling from the sky. The memory was carved into her soul like a scar. Then suddenly, the forest grew silent. Even the insects hushed. The air grew heavy, thick with something unseen. The girl shivered, clutching her lamp. "Who's there?" Her small voice trembled. From between the trees came a shadow, not of beast nor giant, but something taller than man. At first, fear seized her, but as it drew closer, the lamp's light revealed a figure clothed in white, with eyes that glowed like the morning star. His presence filled the air with peace, yet also with awe. It was not a man. It was an angel. The angel knelt beside her, his radiant form towering even as he bent low. His voice was like a whisper of wind and thunder at once. "Do not fear, child. The fire of heaven saw you, and you were spared." Tears welled in her eyes. "Why me? Why not my family? Why not the others?" The angel looked at her gently, though his eyes carried the weight of eternity. "Because from the ashes of the fallen, a remnant must live. And you are chosen to remember, to tell, to stand when the world trembles again." Before she could reply, the ground shuddered faintly. Distant roars echoed from beyond the forest. Though the city was gone, the land was not yet free of the chaos that had been unleashed. Some of the Nephilim still walked the earth, wounded but not destroyed. The angel rose, spreading wings that shimmered like fire and lightning. "The battle is not over. But you will not be alone." He touched her lamp, and instantly its small flame burst into a steady glow, brighter than any ordinary fire. The girl gasped, for it burned but did not consume the clay. "This is the flame of remembrance," said the angel. "Where it shines, darkness will not prevail. Keep it close, and it will guide you." The trees trembled again. A guttural roar shook the forest, closer this time. The girl's eyes widened in terror. The angel drew a sword of light that blazed like the sun. He looked toward the darkness of the woods, then back to her. "Stay in the light. Guard the flame. What comes next is not the end, it is only the beginning." And with a rush of wings, he vanished into the night, leaving the girl with the shining lamp. The roars drew nearer. Branches snapped. Heavy footsteps pounded the earth. The girl stood clutching the flame of remembrance, its glow surrounding her like a shield. Her small frame shook, but she did not run. For though the monsters returned, something had changed within her. She was no longer just a survivor. She was the keeper of a flame that could not be extinguished. And so began the journey of the last child of the ruined city, a journey that would lead her through fire, through shadow, and into the heart of battles yet to come. After the great war that destroyed her home, the little girl found herself alone in a dark, whispering forest. The trees loomed tall and ancient, their branches groaning in the wind. Fear crept through her heart, yet she clutched the small clay lamp she had carried from her burning city, her only light, her only comfort. As she walked deeper into the forest, a soft radiance broke through the darkness. An angel appeared before her, its light pure and warm. The angel did not speak, but its presence filled her with courage. The girl knew then that she could not give up. With renewed strength, she continued her journey alone through the evil forest. Along the way, she remembered the words her parents had taught her during morning devotion, words that now echoed in her heart like a song. "Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies." She recited the verse softly, her voice trembling but filled with faith. That night, weary and thirsty, she came upon a great river. The moon shone upon its surface, turning it silver and still. She knelt down and dipped her hands into the cool water, drinking eagerly. But as she lifted her head, a strange, dark being crept up behind her. Its shadow stretched long across the ground, and the air grew cold. Terrified, the girl screamed, then quickly began to recite the verse once more. Even though I walk through the valley of death, I fear no evil, for thy rod and thy staff comfort me. As she spoke, light fled around her like a shield. The shadowy figure shrieked and vanished into the night. Silence returned to the forest. Shaken but unharmed, the little girl continued her journey. Hunger soon gnawed at her belly, and she fell to her knees, lifting her face toward the heavens. Lord, she whispered, please provide for me. When she opened her eyes, she noticed movement in the bushes nearby, a wild animal, small but enough to feed her. Gathering her courage, she ran after it and struck it down. She built a small fire and roasted the meat there.